Good morning, everyone. Today is work day on the homestead. I have quite a few chores that I have been wanting to do for a long time. One of them is my toaster oven. Now, my propane oven does not work. So years ago, our son got me this toaster oven and it works amazing. But let me tell you what, it is dirty. I never cleaned it. I know. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to go ahead and work on all of this and see if I can clean this better and see if I can get this thing cleaned up. It's embarrassing, I know. But sometimes in life you get busy doing everything else that kind of forget about some other things. It's such a beautiful day today, and it's a great day to work on stuff like this. I'm also going to be working on Earl's shed as well. That's going to be another dingy job. One thing I like to do with this little toaster oven is put a layer of foil on the bottom. It does keep things from getting too bad. All right, everyone, I'm going to clean this up and then I'll see you guys with another project. And the work continues. Since I'm lowering my footprint more with the Almost Amish lifestyle, I have a lot less trash, and that's been a big blessing. I'm learning to not have so much trash. As being a homemaker, it seems like there's always so many chores to do before I even get to the large chores. I try to have everything done that needs to be done each day, and then in the extra time is when I work on the chores. And let me tell you what, sometimes it's a juggle with the time. It seems like that clock likes to keep on ticking by. But I really have to get all of my harvesting done and get my regular home chores done before I start on huge projects. I am really decluttering, and I am really happy with the fact that things are turning out just the way I wanted them to. It seems like there was a couple years there in my life that are a blur to me, and I really was hoarding up a lot of things. But now I'm learning less is best. Every year I would harvest my grapes as soon as they turned purple, and they weren't quite ready. So now I wait until I can actually smell the amazing aroma of grapes. And so now it's harvest time, and I will be harvesting every couple days instead of one big harvest like I used to. I used to harvest one big time, and it was so much work. Now I just take it every other day and harvest a basket at a time. Mostly it's for grape juice and for grape jelly, or to eat, just fresh. These grapevines are 14 years old, and let me tell you what, they are just overabundance of grapes this year. And now it's time to clean out the garden shed and get that all ready for the winter time so it's nice and clean for next spring. Now it's time to get working. So I'm making this into where I have all of my equipment and things for my garden. Yes, this is Earl's house, but I'm going to have to clean it up for him. Did not realize how much stuff I had in here. So every time I did some cleaning, I would put anything that had to do with gardening into the shed as I work on the garage, and I'm turning the garage back into a garage that I am able to store our wood, and I'm still working on that garage even today. Now, Earl, for those of you who are new to my channel, is a squirrel, and he lives in here, and last year he collected so many nuts, it was about 3.5 feet high behind the white cover. Originally, this was a chicken house. Then I turned it into a little bit of drying area. But that didn't work out too well either. it's just too much outside, and I had, squirrels coming in and out. And so now what we're doing is we are just totally turning this into a potting shed. And let's see what else I can find in here. All right, I got everything out. Now to organize things and put it back in. One thing about being organized is you have so many things you didn't realize that you had. And getting all of my planters and putting them together, I have way enough that I need. I don't need anything more. If you look on the white quilt behind me and you see some black on there, that's not mold. That is black walnut dye. As the squirrel collects the walnuts, and then there's the dye that comes out of them. And that's what I use to make my quill ink. And that's what I use to dye my fabrics and all kinds of things. It has really helped reduce my anxiety by just collecting everything and putting everything together and not having so much clutter. A cluttered house is a cluttered mind, and for me, I'm noticing that I'm organizing everything. I'm starting to really have more energy and feel better about things in general. So we got everything cleared out, got everything put away, all the things that I will need for next year. And I don't like to get rid of a lot of things. Well, actually I have been. Let me rephrase that. I don't like getting rid of things that I think I can use. Now I'm just washing off this door, really nice, and clearing away the cobwebs. I did sweep out the inside of it. And everything looks just so much better. Now I'm going to share something a little bit with all of you and explain to you a little bit what I am doing so you can understand my motives and understand a little bit more as to why I'm doing all these decluttering videos that you're about to see in the next couple weeks. I love working with wood. I love wood items, wood tables, and that's the kind of thing that I buy these days. If there's something I need, I will buy it in wood and not plastic. But because I still have some plastic things, I will use them. But from here on out, I'm really changing my lifestyle. And I am really changing how I consume things and how I buy things. And that brings us to this point. I like the old ways of living, and I love old things, and I love collecting old things. And those are the things that you will be seeing more and more in my videos. I'm phasing out of a life that I had and phasing into another one. All of these things here that you've seen, I gave away to a family so they can sell it. As of now, I've gave away 6 carloads of things that I really don't need, nor do I want them in my life, and I'm giving them to a family, and they are selling them, and the proceeds of money is going towards paying for their food, paying for dental bills, and also paying for necessities. For years, I did a lot of product reviews, and I received a lot of things for free that were like this, modern. And I kept a lot of those things because I didn't know what to do with them. But I have now been donating all of that. The only thing that you will continue to see on my videos are anything that's old, handmade, and vintage. The rest has seen another home. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I hope that I inspired you today. This is just the beginning of a very long process of getting my life back in order, one thing at a time. I've also been sponsored by a book writer, and I want to share that with all of you because it's pretty special to me. Thank you so much for watching the following video. This video was sponsored by the DIY, and this is the Pantry. And this is an amazing book. It talks about having your own pantry, plus it has lots of recipes. This is my top pick for 2025. I absolutely love this book. It has all kinds of things in it. It is how to make your own popcorn seasoning, oatmeal blends. These are DIY mixes that you can make, but not just that. It talks about desserts, also goes into bread, making your own noodles and pasta, And this is the old-fashioned way of doing things. So without all of the modern conveniences or, all the modern appliances. It has quick breads, yeast breads, cream soup substitutes instead of using the canned ones. I'm really diving deep into this book. It talks about how to make your own mayo, ketchup, mustard. It's a little bit of everything in this book. Also love it that it does have full color pictures with it, which makes it really nice. And this is the DIY Pantry book.